the political discourse of late happening in Zimbabwe is worth analyzing and reflecting. The war veterans have been coming up open, voicing their concern about deteriorating economic issues in the country. By the way, these are the same issues that the opposition have been voicing since 2000 or the formation of MDC, so there is nothing new. I'm not a fan of factional fights within ZANU-PF, but it is revealing that when members of the Central Committee within ZANU-PF and the war veterans start boldly demanding that the current president step down because he had failed. It is a broken government, broken economy, broken society that can only be applauded by every citizen, whether opposition, non-political, because it centers on current issues within Zimbabwe. But I'll leave that for another day. The reason that I've started with applauding the war veterans in speaking out is basically that I've got a lived experience that I want to share with you. I spent the whole lot of 2024 trying to open a bank account in Zimbabwe. For over 6 months, despite demanding to know why was it so difficult to open a bank account that many people take for granted, nobody was forthcoming with an explanation or an answer. Until persistently I demanded to know, and I was shocked to know the reason why it was totally impossible for me to open a bank account. It became clear, according to a bank official, that I have been blacklisted in the banking system in Zimbabwe. After following it up as to why was I blacklisted, I have no criminal record in Zimbabwe, let alone anywhere in the world. And it turned out, according to the bank official, again, I've got evidence to this, that I've been flagged as a person of high political security risk. High political security risk. And I asked them as to, is it the bank that has put that flagged me in the system? And the answer was no. It was the regulators. I asked it as to know exactly who are those regulators. And the bank refused to tell me, except to say, nothing to do with us. It is the regulators. It's done right at the top. So I wasn't lucky as to get to know exactly who did that. But again, the regulators of banks would be the Reserve Bank of Zimbabwe. And the Reserve Bank of Zimbabwe, Mthuli Ncube, who is Minister of Finance, has an oversight of the Reserve Bank of Zimbabwe. So there you are. I don't think I'm the only one who is facing this. I think a lot of people who are members or senior members of opposition could be facing the same. I don't want to believe that I'm the only one who has been targeted by this so-called Second Republic. They say they're open for business, but unfortunately not open for business for their own citizens. what right do this Second Republic have to deny me of my right to access services in Zimbabwe? I'm a citizen of Zimbabwe. I should have the right to access those services. And what this government doesn't understand, doesn't know, is that remittance from diaspora constitute about 7% of the GDP in Zimbabwe, which is quite a lot. Just to give you an example, in only 9 months in 2024, remittance to Zimbabwe by diasporans reached 1.9 billion. I repeat, 1.9 billion, just in 9 months in 2024. I don't understand why this government is so tyrannically vindictive of people with opposing views. Again, constructive criticism should be welcome in any democratic dispensation. I pose no threat to people in power at the moment. Rather than that, I speak my mind. Where things are undemocratic, where things are wrong, I speak of mind, and in most cases in a very constructive manner, trying to even to give advice, constructive advice, to those people who are in power, so that they can improve their governance. And truly, surely, that can't be a security risk to the country. Again, I said, let me share with you, I know this in normal circumstances will be picked up by the opposition and demand from Mthuli Ncube as to why that some members, senior members of the opposition, have been blacklisted from accessing banking services. Unfortunately, most members of CCC, member of parliaments, have been ZANU-ized. They crossed the floor. They are now under the ZANU banner. And they're feeding the same trophies, looting the resources, which is totally a tangent with the vision and principles of the opposition party and what they were conveying during the campaigns. But I hope and trust that a few members of the CCC who may still be genuinely, in terms of pursuance of democratic principles, will pick this up and put to task Mthuli Ncube as to why I've been a victim of this Second Republic. I will be coming back to you in pursuance to this case in the second part, but I thought it is important for Zimbabweans out there to know that here is a government that is tyrannically vindictive to certain members of society, which is unacceptable, and I'm not taking it lightly.